Rhea Ripley and Paul Heyman have recently embraced on a WWE show as Dominik Mysterio is in complete shock about this whole situation. Over the recent weeks, Dominik and Rhea have tried their best to act like everything is normal, but in reality, everything isn't going smooth as they expected. While the Judgment Day still stands strong with all of their members having a championship, their faction is still slowly crumbling down to its last leg. A couple of weeks ago, the whole world witnessed Rhea Ripley and Paul Heyman having a brief conversation in Roman Reigns' locker room. Until now, no one exactly knew what the two were actually talking about besides Rhea Ripley coming out of nowhere and asking Paul Heyman to join both the Judgment Day and the Bloodline together. So the question here to ask is, why is Rhea Ripley talking with Paul Heyman, and why did she do it in such a way that no one could decipher what she meant? When we look back on that segment, the Judgment Day sneaked and broke into Roman Reigns' locker room while the Bloodline were backstage talking to each other. The Bloodline, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso were shocked to find out that the Judgment Day were comfortably sitting on their couches and chairs. While the world thought a brawl would ensue, it didn't. Because the unthinkable happened after that. Rhea Ripley ordered the entire Judgment Day to leave the locker room. Paul Heyman also did the same thing with the Bloodline. Why would Rhea Ripley do such a thing? At this point, it's obvious. While Rhea Ripley is in a relationship with Dominik Mysterio, she actually has feelings for another man. And that man is no other than the leader of the Bloodline, Roman Reigns. This would explain why Rhea Ripley kicked the Judgment Day and Dominik Mysterio out of the locker room and why she told Paul Heyman to acknowledge her. Because if Roman Reigns is the king of the Bloodline, Rhea Ripley being in a relationship with Roman would make her the queen, therefore, Heyman should acknowledge her. After that episode of SmackDown, for a few weeks now, Rhea Ripley has tried hard to hide the truth from Dominik Mysterio and the Judgment Day because she is plotting on leaving them when her plan is in full effect. The plan is that she is secretly trying to make the Judgment Day think that they are going to be in partnership with the Bloodline. But when the time comes where Rhea Ripley and Roman Reigns reveal to the world that they are in love, Rhea will immediately leave the Judgment Day and fully join the Bloodline, as well as breaking Dominik Mysterio's heart. At that point, it'll be the biggest betrayal in the WWE. And with Rhea Ripley and Roman Reigns as a couple, the Bloodline would go back on top of the WWE and be more indestructible than they ever was. And there are plenty of reasons why Rhea Ripley would do this to Dominik Mysterio. One of the reasons being that Rhea Ripley doesn't like the fact that Dominik Mysterio is a coward who needs to be protected by Rhea Ripley instead of the other way around. With Roman Reigns by her side, she wouldn't have to protect him because Roman Reigns knows how to protect himself, and he would probably protect Rhea Ripley as well when it comes to that point. And the other reason is that Rhea Ripley is sick and tired of being with a mid-card champion of a third-tier brand. Instead, Rhea Ripley would definitely want to be with an undisputed world champion with the longest reign in recent memory.